What's up, guys? Today we're going to talk about my favorite juicing hack for cold pressed juicers. This is a food processor. It's called the SAMMIC. If you follow me regularly, you know that I've been using this thing since we started celery juice, which was last winter. If you've ever juiced celery, you know that it is a pain in the booty to try and grind up. We've had this SAMMIC, this food processor, for a long time, for years. We got it with our original countertop Good Nature press. There was no grinder on the top of that, the CT7. It was just the press chamber. So I had already seen this style of juicing in action. We've already done this. And this doesn't change the quality of juice. That's the number one question that I get about the SAMMIC. Cold pressed juice differs from like a masticating juice because it's cut up. So this needs descaled. So this is the blade. This is an S blade. It cuts up the produce really fine and very fast, which is what I love about this. This gives you so much more time in your juicing window, that 3 to 4 hour window before you need to sanitize everything. This allows you to get so much more done. This is a very heavy duty piece of equipment. I think it's somewhere around $3,000 to $4,000. I'll link the link to it on Webstaurant store in the description. I believe it is the 8.5 quart model with the S blade, and I'm 95% sure the S blade comes with it. I've looked at this before. I'll leave all these details down in the description. But today we're going to talk about greens, citrus, ginger, hard vegetables versus soft vegetables, all the things that you guys have been asking about since I've shown you the SAMMIC. So let's dive into it. Got to make some ginger shots, some turmeric shots, and then we're going to make some baby batches of stuff. It's really cold here today. I doubt that we'll be too busy again. If you guys watched yesterday's video, we talked about that. All right, I'm gonna set you guys up on the shelf and we will get to pressing. Something that tends to surprise people is how heavy this thing is, especially when it's filled with produce. It is heavy. And if you're dumping it into the mini or Judy's, a little easier because she's like waist height. You do have to be able to get the mini to be able to pick it up and dump it into the mini. And then I use a gloved hand. For a while I was using a spatula, but it's just easier for me to use a gloved hand and then rinse my hand off. SAMMIC is great for extracting flavor on superfoods and greens because it does get such a fine grind in there. So for ginger shots, I put the ginger in first by itself, and we are not plugged in. It's just a standard plug for all of you food truckers out there. SAMMIC has a bunch of different speeds. I always keep it on speed 5. Need to be shy with the grinding or the cutting. The more, never seen that in a grapefruit. The more that you cut up that ginger, the better extraction you're going to get off of it. You're increasing the surface area. That's kind of creepy. I was just having this conversation about citrus with another juicer friend. It's the most annoying thing to juice. It's up there with celery, but it always is squishing out of the press bag. It's always, it's just hard and annoying and requires a lot of prep. I cut the bottoms off and then I cut off this pith. Oranges and grapefruits are the ones that I do that for. Lemons you can leave whole. They don't do anything that's going to affect the juice or It's not worth the time either to go through and prep all those lemons. Juicing citrus on Judy, our big X one, is a lot easier because there's a specific citrus bag, so it's less likely to squish out the top because it's got some place to go. On the mini, the mesh weave, the paper bags are a lot tighter weave, so the likelihood that it squishes out the top is very high. So you definitely have to babysit the mini for citrus. For Judy, you don't have to do that. SAMMIC is great for citrus because it is sealed, so you're not going to get anything besides covering the top of the hole. You're not going to get anything coming out the top. And I don't leave it in there too long, just enough to get it incorporated. And then you'll get a really good press off of that. Alright, this is just a basic sweet green recipe. Can you see me and can you hear me? Superfoods, greens, those all go in first, and things that need to be ground really a lot. Apples and softer fruits are going to go in towards the end. They don't need to be ground up as much as the kale does. If there's lemon in a recipe, I like to ration it per grind cycle, so we'll do half that there. We'll grind this up really good. I will link the other SAMMIC videos down in the description. When we started switching to using Judy a lot more, the X1, the big X1, I noticed a big difference in flavor because we went from this really fine blade in the mini to even the smallest blade wasn't really a comparison to extraction and flavor on the mini. So there with the greens in there, I did just add a bunch of apples and the other half of the lemon, and then I will do, it's full, so I'll grind this and I'll dump it, and then I will do the rest of the recipe. So when we switched to Judy, I felt sometimes for apples, I will pre-grind the lemon. If it's just like an apple like this and I don't want them to oxidize as quick, I'll give the lemon a chance to be ground up before the apples are thrown in, so there's less likely a chance that they'll oxidize. Soft fruits and veggies like apples and cucumbers don't need long in the grinder at all. Especially if you're not trying to extract any flavor or anything off of it. SAMMIC is much easier to wash than the grinder mechanism on Judy. It's just 3 parts and pieces. Wash them real quick, or you can just rinse it out and throw it in the dishwasher. It's way easier than using the top part of the all-inserted clip. The SAMMIC really shines when you're grinding up pounds of carrots, stalks of celery. It just turns that stuff to nothing like that. You can grind 10 pounds of carrots in minutes. I've juiced 30 stalks of celery in 30 minutes using the SAMMIC and the Mini. It just takes, if you're maxed out on the Mini, the SAMMIC is a no-brainer. If you're thinking you need it for flavor for the Mini, you don't need it. The Mini hopper does an awesome job. As far as all-in-one juicers and flavors and textures, the Mini is my favorite juicer, hands down. Personal preference for Judy and flavors and just ease of use and cleaning. We already had the SAMMIC. It's a lot easier for me to use the SAMMIC and the press chamber on Judy. It just works better for me. That wraps it up for this video. I will link the other SAMMIC videos down in the description, as well as the restaurant link to find it. If you're making hundreds of juices a week, 100 a day, it's an awesome addition to your juicing lineup. And it allows you to do other things like make vegan power balls, all those things. It's a very versatile piece of equipment to have in your kitchen. If you guys have any other questions on the SAMMIC, definitely leave them down in the comments. I will see you guys on the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye!